The house felt too quiet after she left that morning. Her laughter had echoed through the hallway as she loaded her suitcases into the car, her parents waving from the driveway, her little sister buzzing with excitement for their family vacation. I stood by the door, pretending to smile, watching as the woman I loved, my wife Emma, kissed my cheek lightly, promising she'd call every night. I nodded, forcing a grin, but my heart was heavy, because I already knew the truth. It wasn't just a family vacation. She wasn't just going with them. She was going with him. The truth had arrived 2 nights before her trip, wrapped in digital betrayal, an accidental airdrop from her phone to my laptop. Photos. Messages. Videos. I sat there, staring at the glowing screen, seeing my wife tangled in someone else's arms, whispering the words she once used to make my heart race. I can't wait to see you at the resort. My husband thinks it's a family trip. My hands shook. My stomach churned. The woman I had built a life with, trusted with every part of me, was planning to sleep next to another man while pretending to be on a family getaway. But I didn't confront her. Not yet. I played along. I kissed her goodbye. I carried her bag to the car. I watched her wave as they drove away, her sunglasses hiding the same eyes that once begged me never to leave her. And as the car disappeared down the street, I stood still for a long moment, breathing in the emptiness that she left behind. Then I smiled, because she didn't know what I had planned. That day, I went through the house slowly, like I was peeling away the last layer of a life that had already died. I opened drawers, pulled out the old photos, our honeymoon, the first apartment, the night we bought our home, and I packed them neatly into a box. I wasn't going to burn them. I didn't want revenge by destruction. I wanted silence. I wanted her to come home and realize I had vanished without a single word. I canceled my direct deposit, cleared my accounts, and transferred my savings to a new one she couldn't touch. I called the landlord, yes, despite being married, the house was in my name, and told him I'd be vacating by the end of the week. I even changed my number, leaving only a new contact email on one sticky note taped to the fridge that said, simply, "You'll understand when you get back." And then, as the sun began to set, I sat in our living room, her perfume still lingering in the air, and scrolled through the pictures again. Her in a red bikini. Him beside her. Their smiles so bright they almost made me forget how they'd broken me. Almost. That's when the rage faded, replaced by something colder. I realized I didn't hate her anymore. I pitied her. Because one day, she'd come back to find everything gone, the furniture, my clothes, my scent, my voice, and she'd realize that the home she once had wasn't something she could cheat her way back into. 3 days later, she posted a story on social media, the beach, a sunset, her family laughing in the background. But behind them, in the reflection of her sunglasses, I saw him. Her lover. I almost laughed. She didn't even hide it well. I didn't comment. I didn't message. I simply watched as she documented her betrayal to the world, oblivious to the silence that was waiting for her back home. By the end of that week, I was gone. I rented a small apartment 2 towns over, nothing fancy, just peace. I turned off notifications, deleted her number, and began writing again, something I hadn't done in years. The more I wrote, the more I felt free. Every word was a step away from her lies, every page a wall between the man I was and the man I was becoming. When her vacation ended, she texted me from the airport. "Can you pick me up? Flight lands at 6. I didn't reply. She called. Once. Twice. Then 10 times. I let the phone buzz on the kitchen counter of a place she'd never see. Around 7, my email pinged. "Where are you? The house is empty. Are you okay? Please tell me this is some kind of joke." I didn't respond. I pictured her walking through the door, suitcase dragging behind her, expecting my arms, only to find the walls bare, the closet empty, the silence deafening. Maybe she'd look for the note on the fridge, her heart racing. Maybe she'd read those 6 words and finally feel what I'd felt when I saw those messages. You'll understand when you get back. Hours later, another email came. This one longer. I don't know what you saw, but it's not what you think. Please, we can talk. I made a mistake. I love you. Mistake. The word stung. They always call it a mistake when they get caught. I closed my laptop and let the night swallow the sound of my past. Weeks passed. Her sister texted me once, saying Emma had been a wreck, crying, not eating, begging for a chance to explain. I thanked her and told her not to worry. I had already moved on. Not with someone new. Just with myself. One evening, about a month later, I received one final email from Emma. You were right. I understand now. I can't sleep knowing what I've done. I lost the only man who ever truly loved me. I don't expect forgiveness. I just wish I could see you one last time. I read it twice, my heart strangely calm. I thought about replying, telling her that forgiveness doesn't mean return, but then I didn't. Because sometimes silence is the only closure that truly speaks. That night, I took a walk by the river where we once sat after our wedding, dreaming about forever. The same stars hung above, the same wind brushed against my skin, but I felt lighter now. Maybe pain really does fade, not when you get answers, but when you stop needing them. When she came back from that vacation, I was already gone, not just from the house, but from her life, her heart, her reach. And maybe that's the truest revenge there is, peace so quiet it makes the guilty choke on their own regret. And I never looked back.